Most professional emails get ignored. Not because the sender does not matter. Not because the content is irrelevant. Because the email itself gives the reader no compelling reason to respond right now rather than later, and later almost always means never. The average professional receives dozens of emails every day. They make a split-second decision about each one: reply now, reply later, or ignore. The emails that consistently land in the reply now category share a specific set of characteristics that most senders never deliberately build into what they write. AI helps you build every one of those characteristics into every email you send, consistently and quickly. Today I am showing you the complete system for writing professional emails with AI that actually get replies. Welcome to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day with fresh AI strategies. Subscribe now and hit the bell so you never miss tomorrow's video. Why most emails go unanswered before the system, the honest diagnosis. Most unanswered emails fail for one of 4 reasons. The opening line is about the sender rather than the reader. It establishes context for the sender, who they are, why they are writing, what they want, before giving the reader any reason to care. By the time the relevant information arrives, the reader has already decided whether this email is worth their time. The ask is vague. Would love to connect. Wanted to touch base. Just checking in. These phrases signal that the sender has not thought clearly about what they want from the reader. Vague asks produce no response because the reader does not know what responding would even look like. The email is too long. Every additional sentence is another opportunity for the reader to decide that engaging with this email requires more effort than they currently have available. The longer the email, the lower the reply rate for almost every professional context. The reply requires too much effort from the reader. If answering the email requires the reader to make a decision, gather information, write a significant response, or do anything that feels like work, the reply gets deferred and often forgotten. 4 failure modes. AI helps you eliminate all 4 deliberately rather than accidentally. The 5 email types and how AI handles each different email context require different approaches. The system covers 5 types that account for most professional email situations. The follow-up email. The most ignored email type. Most follow-ups open with apologies or references to a previous email the reader has forgotten. Ask Claude to write follow-ups that open with new value, a relevant insight or specific observation, rather than a reminder that you have been waiting. The introduction email. Works best when it is specific about why the connection is valuable to the recipient rather than the sender. Ask Claude to open with the recipient's benefit and close with a single clear next step. The request email. Asking for time, expertise, or help. The request that gets a yes is almost always the shortest one that makes the ask completely clear. Ask Claude to write your request email and then cut every word that does not serve the ask or reduce friction for the reader. The update email. Ask Claude to write updates in 3 sections: the key point first, supporting details second, next step or decision required third. Reader knows what matters before deciding how much of the rest to read. The difficult email. State the situation clearly in paragraph 1. Context and reasoning in paragraph 2. Proposed next step in paragraph 3. Ask Claude to write this structure and then review for tone before sending. The 4 elements every reply-generating email shares across all 5 email types. The emails that consistently generate replies share 4 elements. An opening line that is about the reader, not the writer. It references something specific to them, their work, their situation, their recent activity, their stated priorities. The reader recognizes immediately that this email was written for them specifically rather than adapted from a template. A clear and specific ask that requires minimal effort to fulfill. Not would love to connect, but would 15 minutes this Thursday work for a brief call? Not just checking in, but I wanted to get your thoughts on one specific question before I proceed. A length that respects the reader's time. For most professional contexts, the ideal email is between 50 and 150 words. Ask Claude to write your email and then ask it to cut it to the shortest version that still delivers the complete message. A reply that is easy to send. The best emails make it possible for the reader to reply in 1 or 2 sentences. Every time you can answer a question, remove a decision, or reduce the information the reader needs to provide, you increase the probability of a response. Ask Claude to evaluate every email you write against these 4 elements before sending. Give it the email and ask it to identify which elements are missing or weak. Then revise based on the feedback. This review step takes 2 minutes and consistently produces stronger emails than first drafts alone. Building your email template library. The most efficient email writers do not write every email from scratch. They maintain a library of strong templates for their most common email situations, refined over time based on which versions consistently produce responses. Ask Claude to help you build a personal email template library. Identify the 10 email situations you encounter most frequently. Ask Claude to write 2 to 3 versions of each one using the system above. Test different versions with real recipients and note which produce the highest response rates. Over 3 months of consistent testing, you will have a template library that reflects what actually works for your specific professional context and audience, not generic advice but tested evidence from your own email history. What type of professional email do you find hardest to write right now? Drop it in the comments. I personally reply to every comment. If this gave you a clear system for writing emails that actually get replies, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day. See you tomorrow.